On July 1st, just in a couple weeks, the Dragon Ball Heroes anime, the Super Dragon Ball Heroes anime is going to begin. First in film festivals, then online. Exclusive promotional anime. And we have a big Dragon Ball Heroes update in the recent magazines that I wanted to talk about here on this video. About this upcoming anime and kind of what's being planned for the game and whatnot. So let's go ahead and delve right into what's going to happen. Now, I've obviously in the past covered a lot of stuff about Dragon Ball Heroes. I have a playlist on Geekdom 101 if you are curious about learning more about what it is and what they have planned and whatnot. I've covered it. This is all relatively new information about the future. So I want to thank, before we go any further, I want to thank Devil's Redux right here. I'll leave a link to his Twitter, and Miss DBZ Babe for getting these scans for us. We're going to go over some new scans and talk about some new information. So thanks to both of them right here as you see them on your screen. I'll link to both their Twitters. So first thing that we have now confirmed. Now back in March, I want to say it was around March or April, we did get confirmation of Golden Cooler being in the Super Dragon Ball Heroes video game. We didn't know if he would have the form in the anime, but we assumed he would. Now we have our first actual look. This is our first true look at how Golden Cooler will look in the Dragon Ball Heroes anime. So we are going to get Golden Cooler. Obviously, you know, for those who have not kept up, and again, I suggest that you check out those previous videos I did so you can be informed on what's going on. The Dragon Ball Heroes anime is going to begin with the Prison Planet arc, and the Prison Planet arc, Fu is trying to gather warriors from different timelines, different universes, to come together so he can study them and use their energy for his own needs, his own research and whatnot. If you played Xenoverse 2, you already kind of know a little bit about this. So this cooler is not the same cooler from the main Dragon Ball timeline. This is one from an alternate timeline, presumably. We don't have all the details yet as to where he's from, but nonetheless, this is indeed Golden Cooler. How he got that golden form, I don't know if it'll be explained. Presumably he trained just like Frieza did, but in Dragon Ball Heroes, the video game, if you create a Frieza race, if you start the game off by picking a Frieza race in Japan, you could upgrade him or her, whatever you want. You can upgrade them into eventually getting God Class, and God Class is pretty much a golden form. Just like how in Xenoverse 2 you can pick your guy and get golden form with the Frieza race, same thing here. Also, this big mysterious mass Saiyan over here on the left, a lot of people assumed that it was Raditz. I didn't think it was Raditz, even though he has similar hair to Raditz. Not quite the same hairline, but some were saying, hey, is that Raditz from an alternate universe, or alternate timeline, I mean. But no, this character does have a name now. His name is Cumber, as in cucumber, because remember, Saiyan names all have puns on vegetables. So he has a name, and it is Cumber. What his role will be in this arc is unclear. Some believe he's going to actually end up being the main villain of this thing, but again, we don't know. We just know he's a scary dude. Here is another picture of Cumber, and I apologize if the scans don't look that good. Not everybody can get their hands on these things, but that's pretty much what he looks like right there. That's his Dragon Ball Heroes card, and he's going to be a major player in the Prison Planet arc. Now, here we have the scan from Miss DBZ Babe of the Golden Cooler card. We have, of course, Frieza there, the brother, but you know, that's pretty much what he will look like right there when he uses Golden Cooler. Yes, it is cheap fan service. We've been through this already. That's what Dragon Ball Heroes is. Personally, I think it'll be cool, no pun intended, to see Golden Cooler in anime form and to have Ryusei Nakao voice Cooler. I think that's very exciting, and I'm looking forward to seeing what's going to happen. So, new information. This is possibly going to be leading into the next story arc after the Prison Planet arc, because there's a few different ways they can go with the anime, and the game usually gives us clues. So the next big story arc, and again, this is all very preliminary information. This is what's coming up on Dragon Ball Heroes as far as new characters and possibly what could be coming in the future. The Prison Planet arc is not over yet, from my understanding. It could be possible that the anime could finish this. There's too much left to really go into, but this could be a peek into what's going to happen. And this is going to feature the return of Demigra. Now, Demigra was a villain in Dragon Ball Heroes, I want to say about 2 arcs before the prison planet. It could be 3. I don't really remember off the top of my head, but he's been there before and he got a new transformation. He's coming back as the villain once again for what appears to be a new set of missions, and he has a new card. So that could end up leading into him having some kind of role in the anime. I wouldn't be surprised because there's a lot of storylines that Dragon Ball Heroes has done throughout the years, and I've been covering them on the channel. I did a video about Zeno Goku. I did one about the Mass Saiyans. I have one coming up about the Dark Dragon Balls and kind of that whole arc and where that came from. So look forward to that and kind of learning more about those characters if you don't know about them. You know, that's been covered, but he's coming back now with what appears to be a new costume, probably some new powers. This is a brand new Demigra card, and he's introducing a new character here. Now, this person is a demon, and essentially, for lack of a better explanation, this is, from what I understand, Demigra's secretary. That's his secretary, whose name is Roberu, which apparently, according to what Sailor Spaz and Redux were talking about, it's based on something called Sauce Robert or Sauce Robert, which is some kind of like mustard or something like that, some kind of sauce. I've never heard of it before, but that's what the pun is. Remember, every character is named after a food pun pretty much. Not all of them are food, but a lot of them are based on food puns. This will be a new character coming to Heroes. Again, very unclear as far as what her role will be in the Heroes anime. This is all very early stuff. It all depends on how long the anime goes. It is promotional anime for the game, and maybe some new stuff. Maybe they will release a new DS game. Who knows? Another interesting turn of events right here that you see is they are reintroducing the Shadow Dragons from GT. Now, they've already reintroduced the Shadow Dragons into Heroes, but this is now going to be the Zeno Shadow Dragons. Now, for those who haven't been keeping up, the Zeno characters in Xenoverse, not Xenoverse, in Heroes, even though it is based on like the Xenoverse name, are alternate timeline versions of the main characters. So you have like Zeno Goku, who I already covered, Zeno Broly, Zeno Vegeta, Zeno Paragus, Zeno King Vegeta. Every few updates, they'll introduce some new Zeno characters. So essentially you have alternate universe versions of the main characters, and they usually have their own storylines, but they have similar backgrounds to the main timeline or the anime version of these characters. So right now we don't know what their storyline is, but it is going to be Zeno, the Zeno Shadow Dragons. And again, like, it's one of those things where you can pick when you play the game in Japan, which most of you probably won't be able to unless you go to Japan. You can play as the regular Shadow Dragons. You have their cards, but you now have the option to play as the Zeno versions. And again, their storyline is still not really ready yet. We don't know what it is. This, again, very blurry scan here. These are the Shadow Dragons. It's very difficult to see, but you can kind of see them there. This one right here is really hard to see. I'm sorry I couldn't get y'all better scans yet, but if I do, I'll definitely post them on my Twitter. Twitter.com/EmperorBigD, and maybe even on my Facebook, which is Facebook.com/Geekdom101. But here they are. This is the Zeno version of the Shadow Dragons. And now we have also, let me real quick show you guys, this is the return of the Time Patrol, because in the Prison Planet arc, we haven't seen the Time Patrol really appear. Like, they're there. Like, we have Time Patrol Goku, but like the wholeness of the Time Patrol, like, Zeno Trunks and the Supreme Kai of Time have not yet appeared in the Prison Planet arc. I'm not saying they won't, I'm saying they haven't appeared yet. And I think they will, because you're going to have to bring them in to kind of fix this problem, presumably. So, that being said, looks like we're going to get a new... this is pretty much Zeno Trunks. We're going to get Zeno Goku, Zeno... bunch of stuff. Alright, they're coming back. So, Time Patrol is indeed back in this new arc to combat the return of Demigra. So we'll see where this goes, and I certainly hope that with all these new storylines that they have coming in, that eventually we will get some of this in Xenoverse 3. As of right now, there is no official announcement on Xenoverse 3. That's not going to come for a few years, folks. But we did find out that Xenoverse 2 DLC Pack 7 will be adding Baby Vegeta, which that's a character that I've been wanting to play as for a very, very long time. It's weird to me that, Xenoverse has like the Shadow Dragons, and it has like SS4 Goku and all that, and it doesn't have Baby Vegeta. You would think that he would be playable, right? So he will be in DLC 7. So Bandai is still looking to, Bandai is still looking to add new stuff to the Xenoverse game. Xenoverse 2, that is. So, if you bought your Xenoverse 2 copy, you still got more stuff coming. Anyways, that's it for this video. Just wanted to give you guys a quick news update on what's coming up in Heroes, confirmation of Cumber and Golden Cooler in the anime, and the new story arc in the game coming up. Possible, we don't know anything yet. It's very early. They put the cards out first, then we'll get the storyline later on. Usually every 2 months it updates. So as of right now, it could be in July or in August. I'm not entirely sure, but I'm sure we'll get more information. I want to thank you guys for watching the video, and hey, let's see where this goes. I'm always interested to see what Heroes does. Again, cheap fan service to some, but it's a game. Let's just have fun with it. Have a great one. Hope y'all have like I said, I hope y'all do have a great one. Take care of yourself and each other.